Floyd Mayweather vs. Jose Luis Castillo 1 is one of the most debated fights in boxing history. Some call it Mayweather's toughest test, others call it a straight-up robbery. All of you call it by far the next fight you wanted me to score, so here it is. Today I'm breaking it down round by round so we can finally answer the question, who really won? Floyd Mayweather vs. Jose Luis Castillo 1. Round 1. Clean punching. In this round, Floyd Mayweather outlands Jose Luis Castillo 10 clean punches to 1. Clean punching, 10-7, Floyd Mayweather. Effective aggression. At 14 seconds remaining, Mayweather pressing with his forearm to the neck. I'd give a soft warning for this. Floyd Mayweather was much more consistently aggressive and much more effective in his aggression than Jose Luis Castillo, who is very skilled but is struggling to land anything clean or use aggression to alter Floyd Mayweather's game plan. Effective aggression, 10-8, Floyd Mayweather. Ring generalship. I can't think of another time when I thought about a fighter, wow, he's really good, and yet he loses a round this convincingly. Floyd Mayweather controlled action and tone from beginning to end and somehow was both methodical and aggressive. He was both fast and patient. It sure was something to see. Ring generalship, 10-8, Floyd Mayweather. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round by both fighters and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave the high guard 8 points to both fighters, ducking to Floyd Mayweather, bobbing and weaving to Floyd Mayweather, parrying 9 points to both fighters, blocking to Floyd Mayweather, footwork to Floyd Mayweather, and clinching to Floyd Mayweather, all around a much more well-rounded defensive round for Floyd Mayweather, who not surprisingly passes the 9-point barrier in defense. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.829 points to Floyd Mayweather, as close to a perfect round as you're ever going to see in my algorithm, to only 7.757 points to Jose Luis Castillo, a blowout round in round 1 for Floyd Mayweather, 10-9. And as we go through the fight, I will be comparing my running score to that of the 3 judges at ringside. They are John Kane, Anek Hong Tong Kam, and Jerry Roth, all of whom gave that round to Floyd Mayweather at 10-9. Round 2, clean punching. In this round, Floyd Mayweather outlanded Jose Luis Castillo 12 clean punches to 6, the running total 22 for Mayweather, 7 in the fight so far for Castillo. Clean punching, 10-8, Floyd Mayweather. Effective aggression. Near the beginning of the round, Jose Luis Castillo fell to the canvas when Floyd Mayweather's foot inadvertently stepped on his while he was trying to back away. At 157, Castillo, rushing in, clashes heads with Mayweather, and then grabs his eye and pulls away from engagement. At 129, Castillo with a soft kidney punch. I'd give a soft warning for that. Jose Luis Castillo was aggressive for a little more of the round than Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather was a lot more effective in his aggressive flurries. Albeit from strange circumstances, Castillo was the one on the canvas and being injured from his own initiated head clash. Effective aggression, 9.5 points to both fighters. Ring generalship. Floyd Mayweather controlled action and tone for much of the round with great elusiveness, sharp punches, and usually staying just at a distance so Castillo couldn't launch the attack he wanted. Castillo landed many of his punches in the clinch because Mayweather was too elusive otherwise. Floyd Mayweather does this interesting thing where he backs away from an advancing Castillo and already knows Castillo is going to have a second advancing move instead of giving up the chase like others might do, and Floyd is already doing the second defensive move. It was amazing. Ring generalship, 10-9, Floyd Mayweather. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches. And if we categorize them, I gave the high guard to Mayweather, ducking to Castillo, bobbing and weaving to Mayweather, parrying 8 points to both fighters, blocking to Mayweather, footwork to Mayweather, and clinching to Mayweather. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.667 points to Floyd Mayweather and 8.690 points to Jose Luis Castillo, a comfortable win in round 2 for Floyd Mayweather, 10-9. And I now have the fight 20-18, Floyd Mayweather. All 3 judges at ringside also gave that round to Floyd Mayweather and also have the fight 20-18. Round 3, clean punching. In this round, Floyd Mayweather doubles Jose Luis Castillo's landed punches 10-5, the running total 32 for Mayweather in the fight so far, and only 12 for Jose Luis Castillo in this fight so far. Clean punching, 10-8, Floyd Mayweather. Effective aggression. The referee warns Floyd Mayweather for pushing Jose Luis Castillo off of him, a soft warning from me. Jose Luis Castillo was moving forward and punching aggressively for more of the round than Floyd Mayweather. His strategy caused Floyd Mayweather to move and defend, which he did very well, but Floyd Mayweather's aggression never moved Jose Luis Castillo backward or even halted his forward progression. Effective aggression, 10-9, Jose Luis Castillo. Ring generalship. Jose Luis Castillo controlled the pressing tone, but Floyd Mayweather used great defense, pushing, clinching, and double the number of landed punches to control the action. Ring generalship, 10-9, Floyd Mayweather. Let's talk defense, and here are the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Mayweather, ducking 9 points to both fighters, bobbing and weaving to Floyd Mayweather, parrying to Floyd Mayweather, blocking 9 points to both fighters, footwork to Floyd Mayweather, and clinching to Floyd Mayweather. If we take the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.619 points to Floyd Mayweather, and 8.767 points to Jose Luis Castillo. A comfortable 10-9 round for Floyd Mayweather in round 3. And I now have the fight 30-27 Floyd Mayweather. Again, all 3 judges at ringside agreed with me and gave that round to Floyd Mayweather, and all also have the fight 30-27 Floyd Mayweather. Round 4, clean punching. In this round, Floyd Mayweather outlands Jose Luis Castillo 11-6, almost double but not quite, so a 10-9 clean punching round for him. The running total, 43 punches landed in the fight by Floyd Mayweather, only 18 by Jose Luis Castillo. Clean punching, 10-9, Floyd Mayweather. Effective aggression. Between 110 and 107 on the clock, a lot of grabbing by both fighters. Jose Luis Castillo landed a few hooks to the body, but the only clean ones landed while the referee was breaking them up, so they don't count. A warning by Vic Draculich to stop punching when he says stop punching, but to be fair, the first time I heard stop, Castillo did in fact stop. And before that, Mayweather was holding his head down so he couldn't see Draculich coming from the other side. Jose Luis Castillo was a very effective aggressor throughout the round, stalking forward, closing distance, punching hard, making Mayweather fight defensively, and barely letting Mayweather be aggressive in this round at all, and even all out chasing Mayweather at times. Effective aggression, 10 points for Castillo, 8.5 for Mayweather. Ring generalship. At 32 seconds, Jose Luis Castillo decided to catch the elusive Floyd Mayweather because he was finding it so hard to punch him. Floyd Mayweather controlled action slightly because he was elusive and outlanded Jose Luis Castillo, even though Castillo was being so aggressive. On the contrary, Castillo controlled tone by a greater degree, forcing Mayweather to adapt, whereas nothing Mayweather did was remotely aggressive enough to alter Castillo's plan. Ring generalship, Jose Luis Castillo 9.5, Floyd Mayweather 9. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave the high guard to Jose Luis Castillo, ducking to Jose Luis Castillo, bobbing and weaving to Jose Luis Castillo, parrying 8 points to both fighters, blocking 10 points to both fighters, footwork to Floyd Mayweather, and clinching to Jose Luis Castillo. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.081 points to Floyd Mayweather and 9.383 points to Jose Luis Castillo. A somewhat comfortable win in round 4 for Jose Luis Castillo, 10-9. And I now have the fight 39-37 Floyd Mayweather, and strangely enough, all 3 judges gave that round to Floyd Mayweather 10-9, and all have the fight 40-36 a shutout for Mayweather. I struggle a bit to understand what happened there, but let's see what happens in the next round. Round 5, clean punching. In this round, Jose Luis Castillo outlands Floyd Mayweather 12 clean punches to 8. The running total now 51 in the fight for Floyd Mayweather, 30 for Jose Luis Castillo. Clean punching, Castillo 10-9. Effective aggression. Floyd Mayweather was moving away for almost the entire round except a couple aggressive flurries at the very beginning. Jose Luis Castillo was by far the more effective aggressor with his stalking, closing distance, and effective punching that was never slowed by anything Mayweather did. Effective aggression, 10-8, Jose Luis Castillo. Ring generalship. Jose Luis Castillo's plan was to close distance aggressively, stop Floyd Mayweather from moving away, and land solid punches. Floyd Mayweather's plan was to set up Castillo for counter punches while he was on the move, avoiding as much damage as possible. Jose Luis Castillo was more effective in implementing his plan. Floyd Mayweather seldom seemed in control of action and tone, rather he was doing his best to work within the storm that Jose Luis Castillo was creating. Ring generalship, Jose Luis Castillo 10, Floyd Mayweather 8.5. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches, and when they happen, quite a few of them. But if we categorize them, I gave high guard to Castillo, ducking to Castillo, bobbing and weaving to Mayweather, parrying to Castillo, blocking to Castillo, footwork to Mayweather, and clinching 8 points to both fighters. If we have a look at the 4 scoring criteria, the algorithm gave Floyd Mayweather 8.474 points and Jose Luis Castillo 9.743 points, a blowout round in round 5 for Jose Luis Castillo 10-9. And I now have the fight 48-47 Floyd Mayweather. Judge John Kane gave that round to Floyd Mayweather 10-9 and has it 50-45, still a shutout in Mayweather's favor, as did Jerry Roth. Judge-elect Hong Tong Kam, however, gave that round to Jose Luis Castillo 10-9 and has the fight 49-46, Floyd Mayweather. Round 6, clean punching. In this round, Jose Luis Castillo again outlands Floyd Mayweather 11 clean punches to 6. Running total now 57 in the fight for Floyd Mayweather, 41 for Castillo. Clean punching, 10-9, Jose Luis Castillo. Effective aggression. At 119, a low blow by Jose Luis Castillo in a clinch. Soft warning from me. At 48 seconds, a low blow by Jose Luis Castillo again. Now I give a hard warning. At 46 seconds, a hook to the back by Castillo. I'm giving another hard warning. Let's start to get control of yourself, Jose. At 45 seconds on the clock, Floyd Mayweather ends up on the floor while escaping Castillo's hard charge, but I didn't see a punch nor anything illegal cause it. Jose Luis Castillo was by far the more effective aggressor with constant aggression throughout the round, while Floyd Mayweather barely had a breather to be aggressive at all. Effective aggression, 10-8, Jose Luis Castillo. Ring generalship. Jose Luis Castillo pushed a consistent, aggressive pace that Floyd Mayweather was never able to reverse, never mind control. He was able to slow down Castillo by turning him and escaping for very brief moments, but then the tsunami came again. Ring generalship, Jose Luis Castillo 10, Floyd Mayweather 8.5. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches and when they happen. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Floyd Mayweather, ducking to Jose Luis Castillo, bobbing and weaving to Floyd Mayweather, parrying to Jose Luis Castillo, blocking 9 points to both fighters, footwork to Floyd Mayweather, and clinching to Floyd Mayweather. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 8.588 points to Floyd Mayweather and 9.686 points to Jose Luis Castillo, a blowout round in round 6 for Jose Luis Castillo 10-9. And I now have this fight a draw, 57-57 after 6 rounds. All 3 judges at ringside correctly gave that round to Jose Luis Castillo 10-9. Judges John Kane and Jerry Roth now have the fight 59-55 Floyd Mayweather, and Judge-Elect Hong Tong Kam has it 58-56 Floyd Mayweather. Round 7, clean punching. In this round, Jose Luis Castillo again outlands Floyd Mayweather, this time 12 clean-landed punches to 7. The running total, Floyd Mayweather 64 in the fight and Jose Luis Castillo 53. Clean punching, 10-9 Jose Luis Castillo. Effective aggression. At 37 seconds, Vic Draculich warns Floyd Mayweather about the use of the forearm, but I'm not convinced. It wasn't used as a striking weapon, just a detangling of arms. Have a look at this clip here and let me know what you think happened. At 21 seconds remaining, an inadvertent punch to the back by Jose Luis Castillo. At less than 10 seconds remaining, Floyd with a strong push-off beyond just nudging and positioning. I give a hard warning for that, it's not allowed. Floyd Mayweather was aggressive for a couple bursts at the beginning of the round, and then not again, as he moved away for most of the round, looking for openings and trying different ways to neutralize Jose Luis Castillo, who was patient for a few seconds at the beginning, and then switched to an aggressive pursuit. Mayweather did make him miss a lot, so Castillo wasn't as effective as he could have been with aggression for the whole round, but he certainly was at the end. Effective aggression, 9.5 points for Castillo, 8 points for Floyd Mayweather. Ring generalship. Jose Luis Castillo certainly controlled tone. In the few moments that the action died down, Floyd Mayweather was looking to stand in front of Castillo, land single shots, and move away, which means the rest of the time when he was using great defense to stay away is because he was put in that position by Castillo. On the other hand, although Floyd had to use a lot of effort to do it, he did control action by doing an amazing job of making Castillo miss many punches until the end of the round, where Castillo just became too much. Castillo did initiate most of the action, though. Ring generalship, Castillo 9.5, Mayweather 8.5. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, high guard, I gave 8 points to both fighters, ducking I gave to Castillo, bobbing and weaving Mayweather, parrying 7 points to both fighters, blocking 9 points to both fighters, footwork Mayweather, and clinching 8 points to both fighters. If we take the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 8.560 points to Floyd Mayweather and 9.407 points to Jose Luis Castillo, a very comfortable win in round 7 for Jose Luis Castillo 10-9. And I now have the fight 67-66 with Jose Luis Castillo leading after 7. All 3 judges at ringside also gave that round to Jose Luis Castillo. Judges John Kane and Jerry Roth now have the fight 68-65 Floyd Mayweather, and Judge-Elect Hong Tong Kam has it 67-66 Floyd Mayweather. Round 8, clean punching. This one pretty close, but Floyd Mayweather outlands Jose Luis Castillo 14 clean-landed punches to 10. Clean punching, 10-9, Floyd Mayweather. Effective aggression. A borderline kidney punch from Castillo in the first minute. I made a short about it to get all of your opinions on whether or not it was in fact a kidney punch, so go check out that short and let me know in the comments there. I do not agree with the point deduction to Castillo for hitting on the break. Since Castillo had been so good about adhering to this rule up until this point, I would have just given a hard warning. Jose Luis Castillo was pressing forward for more of the round, but wasn't very effective with his aggression since Floyd Mayweather stood more in the center of the ring, but yet moved slightly out of the way to make Castillo miss, and then launched intermittent aggression of his own with single punches, but it was far more explosive and effective than what Castillo was doing. Effective aggression, 9.5 points to both fighters. Ring generalship. At 47 seconds on the clock, Floyd Mayweather didn't wind up and throw his forearm at Jose Luis Castillo's face or anything, but it did close distance quickly in an effort to push himself off in a way, which I would qualify as a strike under the unified rules of boxing and illegal. I give a hard warning for this. Floyd Mayweather got control of action and tone back in this round. You had the sense that he was moving away as a planned strategy now, instead of escaping an overwhelming force in Castillo. Ring generalship, 10-9 Mayweather. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches and when they happen. If we categorize them, they give high guard to Jose Luis Castillo, ducking to Floyd Mayweather, bobbing and weaving to Jose Luis Castillo, parrying 8 points to both fighters, blocking to Floyd Mayweather, footwork to Floyd Mayweather, and clinching 8 points to both fighters. If we have a look at the 4 scoring criteria, the algorithm gave 9.610 points to Floyd Mayweather and 8.962 points to Jose Luis Castillo, a 10-9 comfortable round for Floyd Mayweather. And I now have the fight back to a draw, 76-76 after 8. All 3 judges at ringside also gave that round to Floyd Mayweather. Judges John Kane and Jerry Roth now have the fight 78-73 Floyd Mayweather, and Judge Anek Hong Tong Kam has it 77-74 Floyd Mayweather. Round 9. Clean punching. In this round, Jose Luis Castillo slightly outdoes Floyd Mayweather, 13 clean punches landed to 10. The total in the fight so far, 88 for Floyd Mayweather and 76 for Jose Luis Castillo. Clean punching, 10-9 Castillo. Effective aggression. 2 right hook kidney punches in the clinch by Castillo in the first minute. This is his last hard warning now. At 138, an inadvertent kidney punch by Castillo while Mayweather held his head down, so I'm not counting that one. Jose Luis Castillo was the more effective aggressor in the first minute, although Floyd Mayweather stayed with him at the beginning. Then Floyd Mayweather got momentary control in the second minute and launched a few aggressive attacks, but then Jose Luis Castillo overwhelmed him again with effective aggression in the last minute, edging Floyd out in clean punches and putting him under duress. Effective aggression, 10-9 Castillo. Ring generalship. Despite Floyd Mayweather's valiant efforts and great defensive moves to momentarily turn the round around, Jose Luis Castillo controlled action and tone for probably 2/3 of this round. Floyd Mayweather was making Castillo chase him, but was certainly under duress during more of the round rather than controlling it. Ring generalship, 10-9 Castillo. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done to avoid punches and when they happened in the round. If we categorize them, I gave the high guard to both fighters, ducking to Jose Luis Castillo, bobbing and weaving to Floyd Mayweather, parrying to Floyd Mayweather, blocking to both fighters, footwork to Floyd Mayweather, and clinching to both fighters. If we have a look at the 4 scoring criteria, the algorithm gave 9 points even to Floyd Mayweather and 9.743 points to Jose Luis Castillo, a comfortable win in round 9 for Jose Luis Castillo, 10-9. And I now have this fight back to Jose Luis Castillo's favor, 86-85. Judge John Kane gave that round to Castillo and has the fight 87-83 Mayweather, and judges Anek Hong Tong Kam and Jerry Roth both gave that round to Floyd Mayweather. Hong Tong Kam has it 87-83 Mayweather, and Roth has it 88-82 Mayweather. Round 10. Clean punching. In this round, Floyd Mayweather doubles the output of Jose Luis Castillo, 16 clean landed punches to 8. The total in the fight, 104 for Mayweather and 84 for Castillo. Clean punching, 10-8 Floyd Mayweather. Effective aggression. At 102 remaining, Jose Luis Castillo follows through from a legal punch by literally maneuvering behind Floyd Mayweather, facing his back and attacking him from behind, but trying to hit the front of him. It was bizarre, and one kidney punch did land. Vit Drakulich, however, did nothing. Whereas I thought he was hasty with the point deduction earlier, this one is a clear point deduction for me, especially given all the previous infractions. At 26 seconds remaining, Floyd Mayweather with what looked like an intentional forearm strike to the head, but when I put it in 10% slow-mo, it looks like he was actually trying to land a punch on Castillo's face, and Castillo's head moved slightly forward, so close to a point deduction, but not quite. And then at 17 seconds, a forearm forced into the throat of Castillo by Mayweather to push off. I agree with the point deduction by the ref on this one, and I'm deducting as well. With less than 10 seconds remaining, a rapid punch by Castillo. With less than 10 seconds remaining, 2 low blows by Castillo, and another 2 that could have also been called low, but the view was a bit blocked by his body. I'm giving another point deduction. Floyd Mayweather's legal aggression was more effective than Castillo's legal aggression in this round, whatever was left of it. Effective aggression, 10-9 Floyd Mayweather. Ring generalship. Floyd Mayweather controlled action and tone for more of the round with masterful defense, willingness to stand in the middle of the ring and trade, and making Jose Luis Castillo miss, and an illegal forearm thrown in there for good measure. Ring generalship, 10-9 Floyd Mayweather. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Castillo, ducking to Mayweather, bobbing and weaving to Mayweather, parrying to Castillo, blocking to Mayweather, footwork to Mayweather, and clinching 8 points to both fighters. Taking a look at the 4 scoring criteria, the algorithm gave 9.829 points to Floyd Mayweather, a very high score, to 8.586 points to Jose Luis Castillo, a blowout round in round 10 for Floyd Mayweather. And then, of course, we take the 1 point deduction from Floyd Mayweather and the 2 points I deducted from Jose Luis Castillo, and the round becomes 9-7 Floyd Mayweather. And I now have the fight 94-93, Floyd Mayweather leading. Judge John Kane scored that round 9-9 after the 1 point official deduction and has the fight 96-92, Floyd Mayweather. Judge Anek Hong Tong Kam scored that round 10-9 Castillo after the deduction for Mayweather and has it 96-93 Mayweather. And Judge Jerry Roth scored it also 9-9, the same as John Kane, and has it 97-91, pretty much a blowout for Floyd Mayweather. Round 11, clean punching. In this round, Jose Luis Castillo really turns it on and lands 20 clean punches to Floyd Mayweather's 18. The running total now, 122 for Floyd Mayweather, 104 for Jose Luis Castillo. Clean punching, 10-9 Castillo. Effective aggression. At the beginning of the round, it looked like another low blow by Castillo. I'm giving a hard warning for this one. Castillo punches right as the ref is initiating the break. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. At 151, a kidney punch right hook, plus another right hook to the back by Castillo, but Mayweather was pinning down his other arm and rotating slightly, so I won't take a deduction there, but I'm not awarding any clean punches either. Castillo's left hook at 137 was borderline rapid, so it doesn't count. At 123, certainly a low blow by Castillo as defined by Vic Draculich at the beginning of the fight while trying to get below the Philly shell, and I've given him multiple benefits of the doubt in this round already, another point deduction. Jose Luis Castillo was effectively aggressive in closing distance and landing many clean, hard punches. Floyd Mayweather was effectively aggressive in holding his ground, framing with his forearm, and slowly tiring out Castillo a bit as he ramped up his aggressive punch bursts. Woof, after all that effective aggression, 10 points to Castillo, 9.5 to Floyd Mayweather. Generalship. In the first minute, Floyd Mayweather was spending a lot of energy trying to get Castillo's aggression under control. Floyd Mayweather and Jose Luis Castillo controlled action and tone equally in the second minute, and then Floyd Mayweather controlled it more in the third minute as Jose Luis Castillo slowed down just a touch. Ring generalship, 9 points to both fighters. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I give the high guard to Jose Luis Castillo, ducking to Jose Luis Castillo, bobbing and weaving to Floyd Mayweather, parrying to both fighters, blocking to Floyd Mayweather, footwork to Floyd Mayweather, and clinching 7 points to both fighters. If we take the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.076 points to Floyd Mayweather and 9.424 points to Jose Luis Castillo, then normalizing for that 1 point deduction that I gave Castillo for that low blow after so many benefits of the doubt, 9-9 in round 11. And I now have the fight 103-102 Floyd Mayweather. Judge John Kane gave that round to Jose Luis Castillo 10-9 and has it 105-102 Floyd Mayweather. Judge Anek Hong Tong Kam gave that round to Floyd Mayweather and has it 106-102 Floyd Mayweather. And Judge Jerry Rollins gave that round to Jose Luis Castillo and has it 106-101 Floyd Mayweather. Round 12, the final round. In this round, Floyd Mayweather lands 14 clean punches to Jose Luis Castillo's 8, with Castillo not getting going with clean punches until 107 on the clock. The total in the fight, 136 clean punches for Mayweather, 112 for Castillo. Clean punching, 10-9, Floyd Mayweather. Effective aggression. At 128 on the clock, Castillo with a left where the full glove was just below the line that Vic Draculich defined as legal. I'll call it borderline and a hard warning. At 50 seconds on the clock, Castillo with a right hook to the center of Floyd Mayweather's back. Hard warning. And if you're starting to count these, you're seeing how many benefits of the doubt I'm giving him because number 1, it's a very close fight, and number 2, it's the last round, but there's only so much I'm going to accept here. The unified rules of boxing say location, the kidneys, spine, etc. matter more than intent. He's lucky I'm not deducting here. Okay? Another one at 45 seconds on the clock, 1 point deduction this time for Castillo, and yet another shot to the back with less than 10 seconds remaining, 1 more point deduction for Castillo. You can't punch wherever you want because the other fighter is hard to hit legally. Effective aggression, 9.5 points for Castillo and 8.5 for Floyd Mayweather, but let's remember those deductions. Ring generalship. Standing in front of each other patiently waiting for openings is Floyd Mayweather's game, and he's executing it well, making Jose Luis Castillo pay with hard jabs when he decides to attack in the first minute. Then Floyd Mayweather controlled action and tone with great defense, including both elusiveness and great blocking of body hooks with his elbows pinned to his body. Both fighters fought hard in the last minute, but Floyd Mayweather was clearly more successful in getting his stuff to do what he wanted than Castillo was. In wrestling terms, this is called getting your ish in. Jose Luis Castillo landed very specific punches, but struggled to find Floyd well enough to land any other kinds of punches. Ring generalship, 10-9, Floyd Mayweather. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in the final round to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Floyd Mayweather, ducking to both fighters, bobbing and weaving to Floyd Mayweather, parrying to Jose Luis Castillo, blocking to Floyd Mayweather, footwork to Floyd Mayweather, and clinching to Floyd Mayweather. All around a much more well-rounded defensive round for Floyd Mayweather in the final round. If we have a look at the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.486 points to Floyd Mayweather and 8.962 points to Jose Luis Castillo. A comfortable win in the final round for Floyd Mayweather, 10-9. And now the time has come, the time you've all been waiting for, the time we all find out who really won. Floyd Mayweather versus Jose Luis Castillo won. And the answer is Floyd Mayweather, 113-109 on my scorecard. And before all of you in the comments jump all over me about the point deductions that you may or may not have taken yourself, just chill for a second. I'll give you what my score would have been without the deductions and using the deductions that actually happened in the fight. So I deducted a total of 1 point to Floyd Mayweather, and so did Vic Draculich, so that's a wash. Floyd Mayweather keeps the same score. I deducted 5 total points for Jose Luis Castillo, and there was only 1 deducted officially in the fight, so he gains 4 points back. So if we were to take my score of each round combined with the deductions that were officially done by the referee in the fight, which is a little mishmash of math, but if we did that, the fight would be 113-113, a draw. So in conclusion, is there any way Jose Luis Castillo won this fight? No. Is there an argument to be made that it was extremely, very, very close? Yes, absolutely. There's some mathematics here that lead you to a draw, in fact. But robbery? No. I think the right guy, Floyd Mayweather, won, aided, of course, by a lot of the illegal stuff that Jose Luis Castillo did, especially toward the end of the fight. Otherwise, it would have been a draw on my scorecard, 114-114, if neither fighter had any deductions. So let's have a look at what the judges at ringside said. Judge John Kane ended up with a 115-111 score in favor of Floyd Mayweather. Judge-elect Hong Tong Kam had a 116-111 Floyd Mayweather, and Judge Jerry Roth had a 115-111 Floyd Mayweather. Without the benefit of all the deductions that I correctly made that Victor Akulich missed, I don't see how these judges came to this conclusion of Floyd Mayweather winning this wide. In fact, if you count the rounds, Judge Kane and Judge Roth gave Floyd Mayweather 8 rounds, and Judge Hong Tong Kam gave Floyd Mayweather 9 rounds. If you take away all the business of deductions, who actually would have won the rounds on my scorecard, it was 6 rounds apiece. So all 3 judges are off by quite a bit. No judging awards today for any of you 3. And in fact, it's funny, I want to put together a video that shows trending of which judges over time over many fights do the best. It's starting to look like Steve Weisfeld, so let's see if my analysis gives the same result. And now you know who really won. Floyd Mayweather versus Jose Luis Castillo won. It is still a little bit controversial, honestly, but I had Floyd Mayweather winning because too many illegal blows do in fact matter. This was one of boxing's most controversial fights and what many still call Mayweather's biggest robbery. Do you agree with my score, or do you see it differently? Let me know how many of those illegal blows you would have actually counted if you were the referee. Drop your round-by-round thoughts in the comments. I read them all. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the bell so you never miss another Who Really Won fight analysis. Those of you looking to rock the Who Really Won merch, it's available now at the link on your screen. I will put it in the description of this video as well. As always, we greatly appreciate all of your support. Check out the links appearing on your screen now. The one on the left is a full playlist of more classic boxing Who Really Won breakdowns, and the one on the right is a link to my detailed scoring algorithm. And of course, don't forget to share this video with your fellow fight fans. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next round.